Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. This is part 4, the final part of this series. Today we're going to be concentrating on the Luma wood patio cover. And you can see in part 1, 2, and 3 the entire install of the retaining wall, the stackable retaining wall, the pavers going in, the sod, and this is actually the first step is your underground. This is the footings going in, the layout of the patio cover itself.
So we just dug out the holes for these patio posts. We squared this area up right here. This is gonna be the main patio area. It's gonna be a lattice top. We dug about 2 feet down. Let's get a tape measure on that, Jimmy. Okay, so you can see we're just a little bit above the 2 foot mark. So we did a little extra, not bad. We got 1 foot wide on each side. So these are gonna be nice and sturdy post holes. This one was a challenge because it happened to be right next to our drain. Just never fun to dig around. But yeah, so we're gonna start mixing that concrete up, get our first posted up. And all these posts are gonna be 8 foot on center with 1 foot overhangs. All the way around, baby. Let's do it.
So what they did was they just ran a parallel line with the house and then they just squared everything off of that. Now the inside of the string line is the corner of the post. Here's the electrical going over to the patio cover. You just adapted to an existing receptacle on the outside of the house. And that's already a GFI. Basically, you just put an extension box on the existing, and then it'll have a bubble cover there. So it looks like about a 1/2 inch conduit. So if you notice there, he pulled the wire through half of the pipe and then pushed it through the other half and then connected the conduit. That's a sure shot getting the wire through, because if you had it entirely closed from end to end, there's a possibility it could get hung up and it's hard to pull through. So by doing it that way, it just guarantees the wire is going to go through. So as we get more involved in building this patio cover here and further along in the process, you'll notice that all the pavers and the retaining wall will be in, but you can also go back in part 1, 2, or 3 and view that going in.
Okay guys, so we just got all of our posts finally installed. We had to go pick up extra concrete because we ran out for these 2 posts. Took a little more concrete than I was thinking because we did go down pretty deep. So in total it was like 20 bags of concrete to fill these holes. But so all the 4 posts are totally squared up right now. They're 8 foot on center every post because we're going to be leaving a 1 foot overhang on each side for the header beams and the rafter tails. So show you. Can you hold this real quick? Hold that fine. Okay, so Juan's holding it on center right over there on that post. You can see we're 8 foot on center with our post. How we got that was pretty much, for the first thing we did was we had a square right here off the house and the string line right here. We ran it completely straight all the way past our post, so that the string line would be completely out of the way. Once we did that, the next thing we did was we went off this string line as our next major square point. We squared this area out right here, and all we had to do was do that for every single post from here on out. Set our first post right to these string lines, as close as possible without touching them. And we did that for every post, and that's how we got our perfect square setup. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. If it doesn't, comment down below. But we're gonna keep going because there's a lot more going on with this project.
So the posts already went in with concrete to secure those, and then the pavers went around the post. And now we're just gonna hook up across the beams across the top, start the construction process. These posts are a little long, so they'll be cut off to height at some point. Right now they're just leveling and transferring the mark all the way around. Carb random blade on a little 4.5-inch right angle grinder, cordless DeWalt. My son was trying out this new head cam, and he put the max lens on it, and there was some little black. If you notice in the corners of the screen occasionally, you'll see a little blackout. Something to do with the settings, not recognizing the max lenses on there. So that was his first time use on that thing. And when you get into those GoPros and you change the lens, you got to actually change the setting on the camera so it knows that you're using the max lens. And that's what went wrong there. We also have electrical coming up. We just tapped into the outlet on the back of the house that was already GFI. Just brought it on across, brought it up a post. So now you'll have electric out here. If you have a table out here, something you need electric for, it's easy to get to. Now to hold those those beams on there, it's just 2 screws in each one. They're self-tapping screws. You oversize the hole on the one side so you can fit your screw and your drill bit through there. Then it comes with some nice plugs to fill those holes so you can't see the screw or the hole. And I believe this particular kit, it comes from DIY Patios Direct. Pretty nice website too they have there. You can create your own design and look at it, in real time before you even get it, the colors, everything, and mess with the designs and then order it. This is definitely a DIY. These are DIY kits. You can see how simple these are. Real nice. Everything's pre-cut. You just have to put them in the right place. Other than the posts came long, so you did have to cut those.
Think I'm playing with you, fool? You think I'm playing with you?
Playing with you, fool. I'm loco, ese.
Okay. Are we chilling? Is that money?
We are chilling.
Here's a self-tapper going in.
Okay, sure. Good.
Hold on.
Let me know when.
I just want to make sure.
Cause I'm gonna go hard.
Go.
Here's that max lens kind of messing up.
Good?
Yeah, check it.
Good.
Basically, you're just sandwiching the post with some decorative trim.
All right, there you go. Okay, so what we're doing now, we are in these brackets, hooked onto the top right now for our rafters, which our rafters are right here. How we did that is, so we went 12 inches off this end, 12 inches off that end, and then we went 24 inch on center, and that gives us 5 perfectly spaced rafters for this 10-foot patio cover. So, and then for the right here for the brackets, we're just squaring it with our square off our header beam, making sure that these are perfectly in line, and that's about it.
How we get center?
Oh, that's how we, then, yeah. So what we did was we measured these brackets, which they're 2 1/4. So once we find center, we just measure 1 1/4 back, or 1/8 back on each side, and that's pretty much how you get center. Just like if you're a framer, that's how framers do it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. All right.
But be careful, this thing is gonna try to fly, so you gotta go slow. Okay, there it is. Now next one.
Come on.
I can't do that. Gotta hold it. It's gonna go flying. Turn the power up. I'll try. Put it on 2.
Cool.
Cool. Just keep going down doing that. Here. You're gonna need like 3 more. You already have 1 on you, right?
I have 1 on me.
Okay. You have the other brackets?
Yeah.
Here. You got it? Don't drop it.
Yeah. I have 3 1/4.
Off the scout tail?
Yeah. It's the corner. The bottom. The scalp tail.
Okay. 3 1/4 you said?
3 1/4. Almost 3 1/2.
I have 1 1/2 inch, so push more out to me. Whoa, I'm at 2 1/2 now. What are you at?
2 1/2.
2 1/2?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it then.
Yep.
So 2 1/2 will be the magic number all the way across. Now, if you had seen part 1, the initial layout of this backyard, this is a lot better layout right now for more usable space. It had a raised wood deck in here. It had a big raised planter that came way out from the property line, so there wasn't a lot of really good usable space back here because the yard's kind of small to begin with. So now everything got opened up and everything's at one level. Now on the top, the way they're spacing those, I think you just turn one of those sideways, and then that gives you the spacing all the way across. And then you pull it out and move it in front of the next one. Or you could have cut a space or 2, I suppose.
Alright, so what we're doing right now is I'm using this level, get all of my lattice top perfectly straight right here. Just line it up with the level. Let me get a better look really quick. Okay, so I pretty much just put the level right here, butt it all the way up to that level, and then Jimmy on that end, he's getting 2 inches. He screws his in first, and then I do mine next. Okay, now that he's good, now I don't have to worry about this not being straight. I just gotta make sure I'm 2 inches, because that's the space gap we're going for. 2 inch space gaps, so that would be right there. Now that I have my space gap, there it is. You got that one? You can reach that one now, huh?
I guess so. Something changed.
Probably the way you have your ladder placed.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
So they're getting 2 inches on the spacing, and the width of what they're using is probably 1.5 inches. So you could have probably just cut a spacer, then you wouldn't have had to use a tape at all. Just stick them in there, hold it against their tight, drive a screw. So this yard is a big transformation from the beginning till now. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. That way you'll be notified for our next video. Have a good one. Bye.